Until recently, NCERT textbooks mentioned Akbar over 90 times and Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb around 30 times each. But key Indian rulers like Rani Durgavati, Ahilyabai Holkar, and Chhatrapati Shivaji got barely a mention. Students learned more about Babur than the Cholas, more about Humayun than Maharana Pratap. Generations grew up worshipping the oppressors while forgetting the warriors who defended Bharat with blood and valor. But not anymore. Things have started changing ever since the Modi government came to power. NCERT has introduced several major changes in the textbooks of classes 6, 7 and 8. Take a look at 7 major changes. Mughal chapter, brutality over glorification. The revised NCERT Class 8 Social Science textbook takes a far more honest look at the Delhi Sultanate and Mughal rule, highlighting the religious intolerance and violence, marking a major shift from earlier editions. Babur is portrayed as a ruthless invader who massacred entire populations, built towers of skulls, and enslaved women and children. Akbar's reign is shown as a mix of brutality and accommodation, with references to the massacre of 30,000 civilians in Chittorgarh and temple demolitions, even as he later promoted tolerance. Aurangzeb is described as driven by religious zeal, issuing orders to destroy temples at Banaras, Mathura, Somnath, and even Jain and Sikh shrines. The textbook also covers Alauddin Khilji's general Malik Kafur, who raided sacred Hindu cities like Srirangam, Chidambaram, Madurai, and possibly Rameshwaram. Bharat through Mahabharata. A new chapter teaches how ancient Indians named their land. From the Rigveda Saptasindhava, or land of 7 rivers, to Mahabharat's mention of Kashmira, Kuru, Vanga, Kacha, Kerala, and Pragjyotisha, students now get a civilizational context to regional identities. Even names like Bharatavarsha and Jambudvipa are explained, rooted in scriptures like the Vishnu Puran. What north, what south, it's all Bharat. A cultural unity narrative replaces the colonial north-south divide. The books quote Vishnu Puran. The country that lies north of the ocean and south of the snowy mountains is called Bharat. It celebrates cultural continuity, where Bharat is more than a name, it's an eternal identity. Dismantling oppressor-oppressed caste narrative. No more Marxist filters. The textbooks now present a balanced view of Jati and Varna. Jati is shown as a community-based skill system, not as oppression but as interdependent societal order. Varna is explained as duty-based. Brahmins, knowledge; Kshatriyas, protection; Vaishyas, trade; and Shudras, service. The lens is decolonized. The narrative is now dignified with no meniality associated with the term Shudra. Cultural cartography of Bharat. The new Class 7 geography book includes sacred geography. A map features Shaktipithas, Jyotirlingas, Char Dhams, Kumbh Mela sites, and Sikh, Buddhist, Jain pilgrimages. It's not just geography now, it's a spiritual map of India's living civilization, giving importance to ancient Indian wisdom. Chapter 1 in geography, titled Locating Places on Earth, opens with a striking quote from Aryabhatta, who described the Earth as spherical and situated in space. Chapter 3 begins with a verse from the Atharva Veda, which clearly articulates ancient Indian concern for nature and climate. A fascinating insight from the Don't Miss Out section reveals that India had its own central meridian known as Madhya Rekha, which passed through Ujjain. The Mahabharata is cited in the chapter on grassroots democracy, an excellent way to illustrate political thought emerging from ancient Indian texts. No woke nonsense. This book strongly highlights how important the family system is. It even has a full chapter dedicated to it. Chapter 9, called Family and Community, starts with a quote by Thiruvalluvar that sets the tone for an Indian cultural point of view. Love and dharma are the flower and fruit of family life. A traditional joint family is shown sitting together, grandparents, parents, and children. It talks about the family as one of the oldest and most important parts of Indian society, not just a social setup, but a core of our civilization. The Modi government has not just changed textbooks, it's a correction in the nation's memory. The youth of Bharat are finally being taught the truth.